Welcome to my channel Flights Assistance. Boeing in trouble again? A220 grounding and AMP 777X program update. 2025 brings another wave of challenges for Boeing as the A220 faces grounding issues and the 777X program experiences new delays. In this video, we break down what's really happening inside Boeing, how it impacts future aircraft deliveries, and what this means for airlines and passengers worldwide. From technical concerns to production slowdowns, here's everything you need to know about Boeing's ongoing struggles. 1. Airbus A220 fleet faces widespread groundings as of early November 2025. Approximately 17% of the global Airbus A220 fleet, around 80 aircraft, remains grounded due to persistent corrosion issues in Pratt & Amp Whitney PW1500G geared turbofan (GTF) engines. These problems, stemming from accelerated wear in high-pressure compressor blades, have forced airlines to sideline planes for inspections and repairs, disrupting short-haul operations worldwide. The situation echoes earlier PW1000G woes on the A320neo but has hit the smaller A220 harder, with some carriers reporting delays stretching into 2026. 2. Swiss Airlines grounds entire A220-100 Subfleet. Swiss International Airlines made headlines on October 30, 2025, by grounding its full fleet of 9 A220-100s amid acute engine shortages. The carrier is cannibalizing these older jets for spare parts to sustain its larger A220-300 operations, accelerating a planned phase-out from November 2025 to summer 2026. This move ensures minimal network disruption but highlights the program's vulnerability to supply chain bottlenecks. 3. JetBlue and others grapple with A220 disruptions. U.S. low-cost carrier JetBlue is among those hit hardest, with multiple A220s parked indefinitely as of late October 2025, exacerbating route cuts and capacity constraints. Globally, up to 22% of the 450-strong A220 fleet has been affected at peaks, per Cirium data, forcing reliance on wet leases and older aircraft. Airbus and Pratt & Amp Whitney promise fixes by mid-2026, but operators warn of cascading financial hits. 4. Boeing advances 777X certification amid delays. On November 11, 2025, the FAA greenlit Boeing to enter the third of 5 certification phases for the 777X, focusing on extended flight envelope tests with the 777-9 prototype. This milestone allows more rigorous evaluations of the jet's GE9X engines and composite wings, a step forward after years of setbacks. However, full certification now slips to late 2026, with entry into service pushed to 2027. 5. 777X prototype gears up for Dubai Airshow spotlight. Boeing is prepping its 777-9 test aircraft for a high-profile 2-day demo at the Dubai Airshow starting November 17, 2025, showcasing Middle East partnerships amid record regional orders. The event underscores the program's 500-plus commitments, valued at $200 billion, but comes as Boeing highlights growth in defense and sustainability tie-ins to rebuild investor confidence. 6. Multi-billion charge hits 777X program. In a stark reminder of ongoing woes, Boeing booked a $2.5 billion charge on the 777X in Q3 2025, tied to certification delays and redesigns for folding wingtips. This contributes to broader program costs exceeding $10 billion in overruns, delaying deliveries and straining cash flow. Analysts see it as a drag on Boeing's recovery, though the jet's efficiency promises long-term gains for long-haul routes. 7. Boeing's Q3 2025 loss tops $5 billion. Boeing reported a staggering $5.4 billion net loss for the third quarter of 2025 on November 7, driven by production halts, 737 MAX quality probes, and 777X charges. Revenue dipped 15% year-over-year to $17.8 billion, with commercial airplanes down 28%, as strikes and supply issues persist. The figure eclipses last year's losses, signaling deeper structural challenges despite a strong defense segment. 8. $28 million verdict in 737 MAX crash trial. A federal jury in Boston awarded $28 million on November 12, 2025, to the family of a United Nations consultant killed in the 2019 Ethiopian Airlines 737 MAX crash, the first civil trial outcome from the disasters that claimed 346 lives. The ruling faults Boeing's design and training flaws, adding to over $2.5 billion in prior settlements and fueling calls for stricter oversight. 9. No criminal charges for 737 MAX crashes. Despite the guilty plea in July 2024 for fraud related to the MAX crashes, Boeing dodged further criminal prosecution on November 7, 2025, per a DOJ agreement. Critics decry it as a slap on the wrist, citing Boeing's failed corporate culture of prioritizing profits over safety, as detailed in ongoing probes. This leniency contrasts with whistleblower revelations and erodes public trust. 10. Broader strains, production caps and demand gaps. The FAA's indefinite halt on 737 MAX production expansion, announced earlier in 2025, compounds Boeing's woes, with quality audits revealing systemic defects. Meanwhile, both Boeing and Airbus struggle to meet narrow-body demand, with slots booked through 2035, yet Boeing's output lags at 25 jets monthly versus targets. These issues, atop a $11.8 billion 2024 loss, paint a grim recovery path into 2026. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.